Hey, welcome to Classic Performance, and we're at Joe Nall 2024 today, and we're coming to you live. We're here for the Thursday noon demo, so this is probably an hour-long demonstration of all the latest technology, manufacturers and so forth, and just some great flying. So let's go straight to the noon demo.
Thank you, Trent, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the noontime demo here at Joe Nall 2024. We're going to start as Horizon Hobby with our headline act, which is our young pilot, Luca Baumann. He's joined us from our German team. He traveled across as part of our team, Horizon, one of many people that have come across from Europe this year. Luca is going to be flying a very different type of aerobatic routine. Still freestyle, still aerobatic. You'll see a lot of freestyle aerobatic displays, I'm sure, in this noontime demo, but Luca's going to change it up a little bit. His propulsion system is what makes it different. He doesn't have a propeller, he doesn't have an internal combustion engine. He has a conventional jet engine, but what isn't conventional is the system that he uses to direct the air. He uses what's called vectored thrust. So he can move that tailpipe left and right, up and down, which allows him the ability to do flips and spins and some absolutely crazy stuff. The aeroplane itself is a Krill Aries, the radio is an IX-20, and he's using our new Synapse stability system.
Gentlemen, this is Mach 19. Multiple aircraft, multiple bogies. The training is half over. Competition for the Top Gun trophy remains tight. First place, Tyson. Second place, Maverick. 2 points behind. Ghost Rider, this is Strike. We have unknown aircraft.
Morning, gentlemen. The temperature is 110 degrees. Holy shit, it's Piper! Piper's up here. Great! Oh, shit. Right. He's probably saying, holy shit, it's Maverick. Sure as shit.
Come on, man. We're getting low on gas. Let's land this sucker. Talk to me, Goose.
Roger, I got him. Contact 20 left at 30 miles, 900 knots closure.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So after that incredibly low pass, Luca is geared down into a big barrel roll. He's going to be commencing with his landing. That's the beginning of the Horizon slot. Please, I'm sure you're all impressed by that amazing display of precision aerobatics and freestyle aerobatics with a jet. So when Luca lands, please take your time and show your appreciation to young Luca Baumann, all the way from Germany, representing Team Horizon. Right, next up, we're going to change the pace a bit. We've been asked to condense our slots, so whereas we were breaking up into sections yesterday, today we're going to send up the second half and condense the second and the third part, which is, first off, taxiing to the left is Dave Payne and Steve Petrardo, both Horizon Hobby employees, with the new FX3 Cub from Hangar 9. These are very, very special limited edition airplanes, limited to actually 3 only right now. They were built especially for Joe Noll. They are mimicking the FX3 Cub that many of you saw land on the skyscraper in Dubai. Following them is the all-new MB339 from Hangar 9 also. Behind it, there's the white and red one, which is the latest release we actually put out to market last week. Behind that one is the orange and white, which we've had selling for about a year now. All of these aeroplanes have been assembled and set up here to showcase our new stability system. Many of you are familiar with the Horizon Bind and Fly products that use AS3X. We've been using AS3X for well over a decade now and refining it as we go. The latest addition to hit the market, which we actually launched about 3 or 4 weeks ago, was what we call Synapse. Synapse is a integrated gyro that plugs into our PowerSafe, our 20-inch channel PowerSafe receiver, and acts as a stability system. Not a flight controller, but a stability system. So think of it as a shock absorber that makes the lumps and bumps go away. Over the years we've developed it, and about 2 years ago, Dave Payne, our technical director, and Miguel Alvarez, one of our software engineers, started reprogramming it and making it the latest version and the best version. I myself fly with stability systems a lot. I enjoy them. I think they make airplanes fly better, and genuinely, of all the systems I've used, the Synapse is by far the most impressive. The Cubs coming down on the left-hand side are DLE 170 powered. They're out-of-the-box stock aeroplanes. They were actually built for us by Chris Barton at Full Throttle RC. He had a very, very tight time frame. They took a little bit longer than we wanted to actually to produce. So Chris had a very narrow time frame to assemble them. He brought in one of his employees, Donnie, who basically didn't sleep for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks and got them to us. We had enough time to test fly them last weekend. So super, super impressive service. We're delighted with that, Steve and I, that we've got 2 airplanes that came to us completely ready to go. Left-hand side, the 2 339s are coming in. These are our sport beginner everyman's jets. We wanted to bring a jet to the market that would be approachable and attractive to everybody. I mean, the price point of $1,600 for an airframe that's a scale airframe, capable of sport scale aerobatics, capable of basic flight tuition for the first turbine pilot has been super successful. We've seen a lot of these in first-time pilots' hands, first to turbine, obviously, and also the guys that want them as a secondary sport airplane. Both of these are 80 powered, and they come out of the box in the ARTF format. So I'm getting asked to bring the guys in, so I'll come up to them and give them a heads up. There with the big tyres side slipping it in. Dave is doing the same thing. Lots and lots of cross control there. These aeroplanes are super versatile. They'll fly 1 minute just like your favorite J3 Cub, but also capable of some pretty extreme aerobatics. Wouldn't say 3D per se, but they do some very hardcore loops. Beautifully avoided there on the ground. That was easier to do than said. The 339s, one's coming in now, is my son, Xavi Machinchy. He's flying my 339 in a new colour scheme. Gear down, flaps down. Pedro Sanchez, one of our new team pilots, is also flaps down, gear down. They're just taking a circuit, letting the Cubs clear. When they do, please put your hands together. And also, when we're finished, please take time to come over to either Horizon booth behind us on the main line or the Horizon booth on the electric line. We have a 15% discount offer you can ask any of the guys about, and is well worth taking us up on. It just takes a text and you get 15% off. Nicely done. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Trent, and thank you for all of Joe Noll.
Thanks, Ali and Team Horizon. It was a great routine as always. So we've got next up our guys from Powerbox. They have some beautiful models that they brought over for us to see. If you didn't see this routine yesterday, it was really nice. I'm gonna turn this over to Danny and let him tell us about these models and how far these guys came to put on a show for us. I had not seen this act before until yesterday, and it was really a good one. Okay, here you go, Danny.
Hey guys, this is Danny Diaz with Powerbox Systems and JetCat Americas. What we have here is Ralph and Enrico all the way from Germany. They own the company Jet. They build these airplanes by hand. They're all honeycomb, super light, 38 pounds is what these airplanes weigh. They run P130 RXI-Bs, which is our 130, 120 class engine, super light, very small, and puts out over 30 pounds of thrust for a very small engine. Now these two guys, they come all the way from Germany. They come here when they can. I think they missed a year, but the year before that, these guys were here putting on the show with different aircraft. They love to do this. As I said before, these guys have been doing this routine for over 15 years, and they still have the ability, even though they live 4 hours away from each other, they have the ability to continue to train to keep this routine alive, and they just keep adding more and more and more to this. Both of these jets are twin vector thrust, which means that both of the engines have their own vector thrust nozzle. They move independently, allowing them to do vastly more complicated maneuvers than single vector thrust systems. But having said that, because they are twin vector thrust, they require a lot more programming to make sure that everything works the way it should. They do represent Powerbox Powerbox Germany, and they fly JetCat turbines. They both fly the competition SR2 with the iGyro Sat, which is our version of the iGyro, gyro. And they're about to put on a great show for you guys, so enjoy. Watch the precision of these aircraft. They use the air brake that you can see every now and then come in and out. What they're doing with that is they're using it in order to maintain the speed with the other airplane, so they can modify their airspeed by using the brake. As you can see now, one of them is slowing down to be able to stay with the other one. Both of these planes are using Skyrider smoke oil. They use the Powerbox smoke pump. They're all using Cha servos, which is a new company. You gotta check them out. They make some great products. Amazing precision on these aircraft. They make it look easy. It's very hard, but they make it look really easy. Here comes their signature heart for all you lovers out there. Let's give them a hand. That's a lot harder to do than it looks. Amazing coordination to make sure these aircraft don't run into each other doing those maneuvers. And these guys are now going to turn it up. Comes the screw. This is really, really cool.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm really sorry. Sorry I dragged you into this. I overthink. That's all it is. Will you love me? Will you love me till the end? Will you love me? Oh yeah, it makes me king again. When I find myself in the middle, in the middle, in the middle.
Now, if you watch closely when they're doing these dives, you'll notice that all their surfaces are all deployed. That means they're all deployed, allowing them to descend really quickly to a landing without too much excessive speed. You can see all the surfaces are deployed. This is possible with the core radio, with the 26 channels of fully proportional channels, which allows you to do these complex mixes, these complex maneuvers, all from one radio, one receiver, and our Powerbox system. Come check it out at the booth, Powerbox Systems and JetCat Americas.
Wow, that was quite a demo these guys put on for us. I hope everybody enjoyed that. So we're going to be going over to CARF Models next, but I'm going to have Sal is going to pull one ticket for the last prize here. I'm going to let him do that, and we'll go right to these guys. To Ray Labonte with CARF Models, and he's going to tell us about this wonderful F4 here.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. I want to thank everybody that's involved in putting on Joe Nall, all the volunteers, the Triple Tree staff. Big effort here to play host for an event like this for a whole week. I'm texting out with the brand new prototype number 1 CARF Models F4. This is Andreas Dietz. Andreas is born and raised in Germany. Currently resides in Thailand, where the factory is actually based for the production of the CARF Models cross-section of airplanes. As I said, this F4 is actually the first prototype. He's got a couple dozen flights on it, I think, at this point. The airplane will start serial production just about 2 or 3 months from now. As soon as we're sorting it out. This airplane is powered with twin King Tech 235s. He flies with a Jetty radio. In this case, it's got a couple of the Jetty central box devices for the power distribution. The airplane is in fact LTNA2 legal. It has to be. This airplane is honestly 99.7 pounds with twin 235s, thrust checked. It's making 87.33 pounds of thrust, which meets all the criteria for operating here in the United States. Andreas and I were just chatting before he took off, and he expressed the fact that he's been very humbled by the fact that he's been approached so many times while here and 2 weeks ago while we were in California by people coming over and expressing their serious appreciation for the fact that there's still some of us out here producing quality airplanes. As we all know, the model airplane world has changed quite a bit, but there's a few strong players out there, CARF Models being one of them, the Elite Aerosports people, always Horizon Hobby, their people, the Flex people. I mean, I think the hobby is good and healthy because we have some really good, strong companies. I've actually been connected to CARF since it was announced in 2001. So for 23 years, I've had the privilege of working alongside Andreas and watch these airplanes be produced and developed. And I gotta say, as a model airplane enthusiast, I've been doing this for 50 years. I've been in the industry for 30 years. I look at this F4, I look at some of the other airplanes that other manufacturers are offering, and it is absolutely remarkable that this is a deliverable product to a customer the way you see it right now. I would dare say it's probably a better way to say it, that these airplanes are custom built for the customer the way the customer wants it. The paint schemes are individualized, the level of completion is what he wants. It's easy to deliver the airplane as, say, a base silver kit or an ARF Plus, but then we've taken the next step as to, and we did this with the Texan also. If you find a paint scheme that is a really good fit for you, it has a personal relationship with you, your dad flew it, your uncle flew it, whatever the case may be, there's something that's out there for real that you want us to duplicate, we'll do it. As I said, this F4 is the #1 prototype. It's actually the short nose version. Being built right now for operating at the events in Europe this summer is the #2 prototype. It will be the long nose variant. And I'm not a connoisseur on F4s, I know enough to be dangerous, but the second prototype will be the long nose with what they refer to as the thicker wing. I wasn't aware that they have actually several different wings on the F4. Generically, they're similar, but there's always these subtle differences. So the second prototype should be flying, I think, in a month and a half. The plan is to power that airplane with a little bit more engine. As I said, the longer nose, the thicker wing, and then we're going to make it look like an F4 is supposed to look. All the pylons, all the bombs, all the sidewinders. It's going to be a muscle airplane. I see he's deployed the landing gear. Very, very nice. So we'll give him a 6 on the first and a 9 on the recovery. How's that? Mike agrees. All right, he's going to taxi that in. If you have any questions, want to see it firsthand, get some pictures, whatever the case may be, we'll certainly have it available and be more than happy to answer those questions. Outstanding job, Andreas. It's always nerve-wracking to be out here with an airplane that's very valuable to you, flying in front of a bunch of people. I think you did a great job. So we're going to make this a little quicker today. Obviously, we wanted to feature the Phantom, but just to show a little bit of diversity, they told us we could throw these 4 airplanes up there for just a couple minutes. The first 2 airplanes you see going out are our Diablo, which most people will look at and say, is that a Mephisto? It's actually a smaller version of it. 210 powered is what most people are doing in this airplane. Shares a lot of common traits to the Mephisto. However, it's also been refined. So the wing loading on this airplane, even though it's a smaller airplane, is actually a little bit lighter than the Mephisto. And therefore, the guys that have really muckled onto this airplane to play with them have said that it feels a lot more nimble. It's a smaller airplane, but the wing loading is not higher. It's actually a little bit lower, very versatile. So we've got, let me see, Dominic is flying the red airplane, and Max is flying the white and blue airplane, while we got Alex Raps from Germany flying, I believe, the yellow extra, and Dean is flying the red extra. So just to show the capability when it comes to the CARF product, yesterday we were out here flying some gliders, we have some warbirds, and there's something to be said for a manufacturer that's involved with so many different aspects of the hobby. It's amazing to me when Andreas has shared a couple things. For example, we're working on one of the gliders, and something we tried on the glider that turned out to be kind of an interesting twist was put on one of our aerobatic airplanes and actually made a difference on the aerobatic airplane. Every airplane, like a modeler, you build an airplane, you learn new things with every airplane you build, and it makes your next airplane better. And I think that's something CARF has going for it, is that there's such a diverse range of models that we produce. As I said, obviously the jets, the scale jets, the sport jets, the gliders, the IMAC airplanes, Marchettis. I don't think there's another composites manufacturer that actually tries to do all that. And I would dare say does it pretty darn well. I'm always pretty amazed at, you know, the next secret Andreas shares with me, and you know, in some cases, it's not like anything we've done before. So these airplanes, as I said, the Diablo, smaller version of the Mephisto, 3D, fully capable, 3D jet, Propo, hover, whatever you want to do with that airplane. If you're good enough to do it, I think the airplane can stand it as well. The other airplane, the 2.6 meter extra, both of these are powered by DA-120s. It's the everyday man's aerobatic airplane. Extras are nothing I need to educate you about. These particular airplanes are probably the 4th generation, so it has the more conventional hinging. We had the customers say they'd like to get more throw out of the ailerons and things like that. So where we used to use the skin hinging technique, because customers requested it, Andreas did this with the double bevels and more conventional hinging. That way you can get more throw. In this case, as an extension of the 330LX, where we learned putting the servos more in the center of the fuselage, distributed the weight better, and allowed for better snap recoveries, things like that. We did the same thing here. So it's got, instead of the servos being in the tail on the elevator, it's one big, long, heavy graphite rod that goes up to the center of mass underneath the canopy where the pilot would normally sit. Little experiment that Walter Extra, the manufacturer of the full-scale Extra, encouraged Andreas to try. They've known each other for years. And he just happened to quiz Andreas one day, said, hey, have you ever tried this? And that precipitated Andreas's attempt with the 330LX to put the servos, including the aileron servos, the elevator servos, rudder servo, basically where the pilot would sit in the airplane. Some things proved to work out very, very well, and some things not so much. So he made a few adjustments. The 330LX 3 meter, you'll see, now has the aileron servos in the wing roots of the aileron. They're no longer out at the tip, which they never were, but they're also not in the fuselage. They're more in the wing root, which actually made rigging of the ailerons much easier, user-friendly, an adjustment the customers really wanted. So here again, he'll do what the guys ask. In the case of the Diablo, we realize that not everybody wants to go out and torque roll and hover, or in some cases like me, if I try to torque roll and hover, it means I'm buying a new airplane. But the Diablo can be bought as a non-thrust vectoring airplane. It's simply a matter of not buying the tumble tube. So if your skills are deteriorating like mine are, and I no longer feel the nerve to do what you're seeing right now, you can just get the stock thrust tube, and it's a very, very good precision flying airplane. A whole lot better than you would expect. Here again, this is an example of the diversity. Incredibly talented group of kids. Incredibly talented group of kids. Very, very capable airplanes. Excellent equipment by lots of different manufacturers. Listen, Powerbox, Jetty, Spectrum, JR, Kitava. If you're an enthusiast for this stuff, it's never been better. So it allows an investment in an airplane like an F4 or one of these IMAC, composite IMAC airplanes or Diablo. You can feel pretty confident that, you know, the equipment's not going to let you down. We'll get these guys setting up and on the ground here in just a minute. And once again, I want to thank all the volunteers, all the people associated with putting on Joe Noll every year. I've been coming here since 2001. Not every year, but most years. It's been incredible to watch the development of Triple Tree. The same faces that you see coming out here year after year after year doing some of the less desirable jobs, but it takes dozens of them to do it. There's a lot of grass to grow. There's a lot of people to cater to. As we all know, when it rains, there's a lot of mud to deal with. And I can't even begin to think about the effort that it takes to clean up after the fact. And as I said, it takes lots of people to do that. And on behalf of us here at CARF Models, we appreciate the opportunity to be here. We appreciate the request that we be part of this demo. Hope we make it interesting and exciting for you. And thank you for having us.
All right, we're going to get these CARF model guys lined up to land, and then we've got I think an act everybody will enjoy. These guys did a great job. Don't everybody think? And they always bring such beautiful models for everyone to see and enjoy. Nice low pass there on the CARF model jet. All right, they're setting up to land from the right. All right, how about a nice round for these guys that come all this way and put on a nice show for us. All right, so if you direct your attention down to the right, we have a gentleman that visits Triple Tree every time there's an event here. Chieftain, he goes by, so he always brings some really, really nice big models for us to see. And this year he's got 2 Leonardos, and he's flying one of them, and he's got a good friend Colton is going to fly the other one, and they do a really nice tandem routine with these Leonardos. So sit back and enjoy this. All right, if these guys get low and you like it, let them hear something. Sometimes they'll even go lower. All right, I think we're going to see a tandem landing of these two big Leos. So, great job, Colton and Cheaton, as always. Thanks for bringing those beautiful planes out for us to see. So next on our list, we've got the guys from JR. They were here also yesterday and did a great job. I'm going to turn this over to Chris and let him tell us about these nice planes that the JR guys bring out for us to see.
Thanks, Trent. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, Triple Tree Aerodrome. Everybody still doing good back there? 10 people. All right, let's try that one more time. Everybody awake and ready to go? A little better. All right, this is the boys from JRPROPO D-Force Aviation. The booth is up here at the main line. Be sure, at the main vendor spot, be sure and go up there and say hi to all these guys. Frank's running around up there. You got a couple of other boys from the West Coast. They've got a handful of pieces of inventory for sale. They got the new Matrix, the new Elite radios up there on display. So definitely be sure and go up there and check them out. Say hi to everybody. Frank's getting ready to fire up his jet, and then we've also got Neil Capiloric and Santiago Perez flying aerobatic airplanes. So give them just a second while they're firing this up. All right, Frank's got her lined up, got the CARF L39 fired up. Here we go. Again, Frank Noll from JR flying this beautiful CARF L39. Frank, no stranger to the industry, been doing this for more than 40 years, I believe, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty lucky. I get to see Frank almost every weekend when we're not out here on the road doing shows. He lives right down the road from me in Virginia. So this jet routine, I get to see quite a bit. If you have not seen him fly it, you're in for a treat. Frank making it look easy with the big L39. This jet, I'm pretty sure is powered by a big 300 size turbine. That's a big old motor in that airplane. Ultra light airplane as well, so you can see how much power it has. up with Frank as he comes in. Dead stick. All right, Frank. You got about 500 people behind you judging you on this landing. What do you think? Pretty cocky, pretty cocky. Great job, everybody. Give him away Frank Noll from JRPROPO D-Force Aviation. He's one of the best at that for a reason. Coming across high speed, Santiago Perez, Neil Capaloric with the extreme flats. Break up the music a little bit, have some fun. Here we go. Make some noise for him as Neil is starting to stand him up show center. Let him hear it, everybody. Got Sati going left, Neil going right. This might get entertaining. Woo! Woo! I'll say it again. Woo! Rolling Harriers, making it look easy. Santiago Perez on the ground with the extra 260. Make some noise. That was one heck of a duo flight. Neil Capaloric finishing up with the slick. Also Frank Noll on the L39.
These pilots today came from Argentina, so they came quite a long way to put on a show for us. And Aero Panda has provided some really nice jets for them to perform with. The Aero Panda 10 is up on the hill here with the other vendors. If you get a chance, stop by and see them. They got some beautiful models up there. All right, if they do some things you guys like, give them some applause and they'll really go. right, let's give these guys a nice round of applause. They did a wonderful job.